the last one that I got yesterday. The iGo 2. iGo W2. Is that backwards? Oh well. Read reverse. The iGo W2. Assembled. Kind of pretty. Very shiny. Fingerprint magnet. Juice magnet too. Good fit. Cap to deck. This is going to be a challenge for you. I'm pretty impressed with my ability to put a coil in almost anything. I should have stopped at 1 with this, but it's made for 4. Discretion was the better part of valor, and I did 2 in it. Boy, got the shakes there, Paul. I did 2 24 gauge Canthal. Nope. I don't know what I wound in this thing. Not a clue. Let me look. I'm sorry. 228 gauge Canthal coils in it. They're 8-9 wraps. And they're fun. The negative posts in this actually feed down into the deck. And you use a very tiny Allen wrench. In them. And that's not a bad thing, except that it's got a really deep well in it. And the holes to put through those negative terminals are quite deep in the well. I chose to use the 2 holes. Get it turned here. There it is. That are adjacent, that are right above the air holes. If I can point out that air hole, it's a little tough to see. This right here is the air hole, the slot. I chose to use it because it put my coil close to my airflow. Now I'm going to cross flow this one. Those other 2 don't have air holes near them. I'm probably never going to use them because I'm telling you right now, I'm not putting 4 coils in this thing. Not in this lifetime. Those 2 coils. I have them set so that the bottom tangent of the coil just hits the top lip of the drip well. Alright? Another problem with this one. That's something I'm going to remedy on mine. That center post, that positive post, has no slot in it. It also has no knurling on the side. It's a smooth screw. Get a vice grip out. It's about the only way you're going to grab that thing and tighten it down on wires that are trying to go every which way because your coils are pulled down into that little hole. This is a challenge. If you think you're up to it, I think it might be worth it. But this one's a challenge. Okay, let's move on to the coil build. Screw it. No, I'm going to drop it on the ground first. That makes coils work really well. Screw it into the 730. Got the 30 set at 30 watts. What am I measuring? Yeah, that's what it came out there. About 0.6, no, sorry, 0.7 ohms. As you can see, one of them is firing just a touch quicker than the others. And you can take and do some squeezing, whatever. Good God, like I'm going to tell the difference. Fires up pretty good. Alright, so now quickly. Sell you cotton. Sell you cotton. I did finally find a small bag of it. I'm refilling my bag from the box of 1,000 feet in the other room. Also, look right up there above my left shoulder. That, folks, is where the water's coming through my ceiling. New spot, but sell you cotton. Kind of neat stuff. I almost exclusively use it. Now, I'm going to pull off a couple of chunks that I figure are about the right size. I usually overshoot this just a little bit. Spin up a little. Yeah, I'm overshooting. Yeah, I'm overshooting. Peel some of it off there. Looks like I sheared a poodle up here most days when I'm winding coils. Looks like I grabbed a white poodle and took the sheep shears to it. I got fluff all over the place. I go pretty tight with this stuff. It seems to work pretty good. One in. A little light with this one, so I'll add what I took off the other one, spin it together, and turn it around so that the old man eyes can see. And pull it, maybe, through, maybe. Pulling pretty hard on that coil. This is where you know if you built it right. Through. Alright. Don't want a lot of excess hanging off on this one. It's got a nice deep drip well, so I'll leave a little more than I normally would. But I'm not going to plug off the airflow on this. This has got pretty good airflow, I think, on it. I like slots instead of holes. Wasn't there a song like that? Tower of Power, drop it in the slot. Yeah. Dated myself there, didn't I? God, I gotta look that up. Tower of Power, drop it in the slot. Ha! Wonder if there was innuendo involved there. Alright, I'm going to poke this down in there. Pretty easy to get poked down into that deep drip well. There. I'll push it away from my air holes just a little bit. Let the air come past. Ooh, almost hit the fire button on that. Push away from the air holes a little bit. Let the air come past the coils. Let's grip this thing full and see how she does with. Wait. This one's going to hold probably 2 or 3 milliliters before it becomes a flooding issue. Find a drip tip. You know, this drip tip, out of my face. This drip tip came, this is the only usable thing that came with my Sparta mod atomizer combination that I bought. Mod doesn't work. Atomizer is useless. Drip tip I kind of like, so Most expensive garbage drip tip I've ever had in my life, and I think I paid $60 for it. Alright. Yep, she's soaked up good. Throw a little more on there for good measure. Throw the cap on. The cap has 3 air holes in it. And ultimately, I'm guessing I'm going to open those up for slots. It has 3 on that side, 180 degrees, 3 on that side. I'm probably going to open it up to slots to match the slots that are in the deck. For now, I'm just going to set it down there. Want to see what it does without it? Let's see what it does. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Gonna like this one. If I can pull enough air through this, this will be a cloud maker. And air is easy to fix. Ooh, boy, did she drink the juice. Alright. Make sure all 3 air holes are exposed to the slot. Put the drip tip on it. Let's give it a shot. 30 watts. 0.7 ohms. When she fires, she goes to 4.16 volts. Cloud maker. Good taste. Holds a lot. You won't have to interrupt your conversation while you drip stuff in it. Airflow needs to open up a little bit. You know me and airflow. If you can't throw a semi through it without hitting the sides, it ain't big enough. I'll open this one up, and it will be very usable atomizer. Because of the difficulty of build, this thing has been discontinued. It didn't sell well. They're available out there on the web under $10. I paid $9.95 for mine. It's not something I'm going to just for fun tear the coils out of and rebuild, because it isn't fun building it. That said, vape's nice. Give it a try.